Hello, ladies and gentlemen, grade 7s and 8s. This is the last project you are going to do for the school year in language arts. And what this project is, it's something called the multiple choice book report. And what this video is going to do, it's going to lead you through the steps in which you have to do to accomplish it and what exactly it is. There's also a detailed timeline so you know what will be due on what date. So what a multiple choice book report is, it's an opportunity to demonstrate everything you've learned in language arts this year. So you get to choose your own assignments with this opportunity to demonstrate your learning. You get to choose a reading assignment, a writing assignment, and a viewing and representing assignment. Now there are multiple choices within each section, and we'll show you those choices as we go through it. So the first thing you need to do is you need to pick a book to read. It can be any book at all. The only kicker is you must have not yet read this book. So if you haven't read The Hunger Games, as I identified here, you can do that. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, Divergent, Convergent, any of the Tom Clancy books, anything that you could possibly want, as long as it's an appropriate book for you. You're not reading like a short comic book or anything like that. And B, also that this book is something you have yet to read. Now, one thing to take into consideration is you'll have 5 weeks to finish this project. Okay, 4 to 5 weeks actually. So with that in mind, you're going to want to pick this book here. This one is really big. You're not going to want to pick something so thick because you're going to drive yourself batty trying to get it done to get to a point where you're able to answer a question. So make sure not to pick something overwhelming. Try and pick something a little more doable in terms of size. Okay? And also, another thing to take into consideration is you don't want to pick something that's going to take you 10 minutes to read. You don't want to pick, like I said, an Archie comic when that is way below your reading level. So you assess what's good for you. I trust your judgment, so you choose that. Now, here are the sections. There are 4 parts to the multiple choice book report. One of the parts is this. This is section A, the cover page. Oh, I was wondering what I did there. It was a cover page, though, if you see that. Like, as a cover, they're taking cover, right, cover page. So one of the things you have to do is you have to create a cover page, which includes the title of your book, the author, your name, and due date. And then also, you have to choose a single image representing the theme of your book. So it's almost like you're making a new book cover for that book. So first thing you have to do is to determine what is the theme of this book that runs away. Is it friendship? Is it trust? What is that overall theme that is carried out throughout that entire book? Is it good versus evil, such as Harry Potter? Okay, and then you're going to choose one image and create that image to create a new cover for that book. As well, on top of this cover, as I stated below, you must have I'll use this color. You must have your title, the name of the author, your name, and the date in which you are handing this in, as well as your image. So you're going to have your page, you have the title of the book, you have, like I showed you, cover pages for essays using MLA format, your name, the author's name, the date, and here is your image that you're going to have for your cover page. Okay? And you're going to take a picture of that and hand it in. And after this is all done, I'll show you how to hand that in. So this is one section. The next section of the multiple choice book report is this one. Let's go to, this is section, well, that section, let's go here. This one is section A. Section A, in other words. Oh, I can't even click on it. Let me try it again. Did I get it? Did I get it? Oh, there we go. So I'm back here. Section A. So section A is a reading section. Now, you get to choose any single one of these assignments. You only have to choose one, and you're only to choose one. You can choose number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're all different, but they all deal with descriptive attributes of things in the novel. So, for example, let's pick a random one. Number 3. Make a list of 5 the 5 most important characters and write about each, describing their personality, behavior, as well as their physical appearance. So you're writing roughly a paragraph for each. Or list 10 words and the page they are found on, which are new to you. So as you read, if you choose this ahead of time, just kind of keep track of the new words you find in that book. Okay. Using word pictures of vocabulary sentences to explain each as it was used in the novel. So you can choose any one of these particular questions in this section. Once you're done, you're going to do this in a Word document, drag and drop that Word document into the appropriate OneNote section. If we go back to, I think that's like my little picture of a bee, section B. It's not as cool as A, but it'll do. Section B. Now, section B is your writing section, okay? Wait. I believe it's your writing section, right? Okay. So in section B, there are 4 things you can choose from. They're right here, here, and there. Now, these sections are first one is a 5-paragraph essay. The third is create an advertisement. Pick something interesting about your story in the second and research and write about it. It's all detailed within these sections. If you have to ask, how much do you want, Mr. Matlock? Or is this enough? Then the answer is probably not. You will know when you have enough complete for each section to do an adequate job. So that's section B with writing. You get to choose any one of those 4. The next one is section C. Again, not as cool as A, but it's section C, the C. In this section, this is your writing. The previous was viewing and representing. You can there are 6 sections to choose from. One would be rewrite the end of your novel. What do you think that should look like? One could be, would you recommend this to a novel to a friend? Write a 5-paragraph essay with 2 to 3 supporting details for each main point, identifying why you'd recommend this to a friend. So you can choose anything in section C. So again, the 4 sections are A, B, C, and your cover page with an image representing the overall theme of the novel. Now, I'll give you this week to read your book. So you'll have this week, your only assignment for this week is to get as far ahead as you possibly can in your reading of your novel. You don't have to finish it. I would change this, not 25, but I would go about 50% complete, perhaps a little north of that, perhaps 50 to 75% in the week. So do a lot of reading this week, okay? You can omit this because here are your due dates. Now, you have to choose. It doesn't matter which order it is that you do them first. You can do section B first, section C, section A, or your cover page. It really doesn't matter which section you do first. So I've just titled them here section 1, 2, 3, 4, because section 1 you might actually be doing section C. For section 2, you might actually be completing an assignment from section A. It doesn't matter. But here are your due dates. I believe I have those wrong, but let me check for 1 second here. Okay, there are your due dates. These are actually June. So the first section, which is not this week, but the following Friday, which is right here, this is May the 28th, you will have to have one of your sections complete. The week after that, on the Friday, June the 5th, another section complete. And on and on and on, June 12th, another section complete. And finally, you're going to have your final section complete on June 19th, which will be your last language arts assignment of the entire school year for grade 7 or grade 8. So again, just to reiterate, you have to read a book. You have this week to get really good headway. You want to have a minimum of 50% of that book done this week. It must be a book that you have yet to read, a book that is doable and not overwhelming. You're not reading if you want, but that final book of Harry Potter is really significant and difficult to read because it's super long. You might not want to pick that one. And then after that, you have to choose 1 question from section A, 1 question from section B, and 1 question from section C, as well as a cover page. The 4 assignments, 1 due every week. And here are your due dates. Now, again, it doesn't matter which section you do at what time. You can hand them in any order you want. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you guys where you're going to hand it in. So if you go here to your supplemental learning section, this will be in there. Right here it says, the book I've chosen to read is, you're going to fill that in, okay? You're going to write the name of your book, Hunger Games, Divergent, Insurgent, Tom Clancy, The Yankee Years, Out of My League, whatever book you choose. Now, you're going to hand it in any order. So assume you do section B first. These are just put in order for you, but you can choose to hand them in any order. All you're going to do is you're going to go to section B. You're going to go back, look at the number of the section. I'm going to go to section B. Oh, I did section B number 3. Okay, there it is. I did number 3. So I go over here. Section B, I did number 3. Now I know. Now all you have to do is drag and drop that document into this section titled section B. So in order to drag and drop, just a quick reiteration, you move this off to the side, whether that's in your document section or on your, perhaps that is on your desktop, wherever it is. All you do is you drag and drop that into the appropriate section. So I'm going to move this over till I see that box there. Here it is. I'm going to drag this over and kerplunk, drop it, attach file. There you go. And now I can go in your OneNote, look at that, and grade that accordingly. Double click on that. There it is. Okay? So I will also post a rubric below this, but that is how you do this particular, this is how you hand items in on that multiple choice book report. If you have any questions, please feel free to get a hold of me on Remind or email me. I hope this all makes sense. Good luck. It's a lot of fun. You get to choose whatever book you would like to read. So the first step is choosing that book and getting reading this week.